So what's up? I don't think I posted anything yesterday, which is sad. I don't feel good about that. But I was reading a post on this guy's website. I'm probably going to subscribe to it. It's James Clear. And he was talking about 10,000 hours. It was called 10 years of silence. And it was like 10 years or 10,000 hours of doing something deliberately. Like how Kobe Bryant practices basketball, or how Mozart was working for about 10 years before he actually started producing his popular works. And I thought about that, and it was just like, we went to school ever since we were 5 years old. And we weren't even doing what we wanted to do that entire time. So it's like 10 years we got good at stuff we don't care about doing. It was so erratic. There were 7 different subjects a day, and we would go 5 days a week, learn 7 different things. For what? This is erratic. That's ridiculous. That's bullshit. If we spent those 10 to 12 years doing one thing that we wanted to do and get very good at it, the world would be a better place. This is shitty. This is bullshit. Now I'm 22, and if I wanted to develop a craft like training, I want to make books about calisthenics. I want to make books about combining calisthenics and weight training, and I want to make books about weight training. If I wanted to do that, I'd probably be like 36 or some bullshit before I'd feel comfortable enough to produce something like that and have people read it and actually get something out of it. And it's just, this is bullshit. I could be amazing at something right now, but because I went to school, did 7 hours of bullshit I didn't care about, and because of that, I wanted to relax and do other things that wasn't that, so I played video games. It was almost as if it was 7 years, no, 10 to 12 years of time wasted. But I'm really smart. I've noticed that when I'm in class, I can sleep. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. And when, a test comes along and I need to pass it, I pass it. I've always did something when I really needed to do it. I remember my senior year in high school, I had to recite some type of paragraph or something off of Macbeth or whatever, and we had two weeks to do it. Didn't touch it the entire 2 weeks, not once. The night before, I read over it, did it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I went to class, recited it, and got the bonus 10 points. And I didn't touch it the whole 2 weeks, yo. That's the type of person I am. When it comes to the last minute and something really needs to happen, I really need to shine, that's when I shine. But I want to change that. I don't want to have to feel pressured or rushed to actually make good stuff. I don't want to have to feel pressured or rushed to eat consistently, to train consistently, to just be good at something that I enjoy. Like, I enjoy training, I enjoy eating, but I don't want to, pressure myself into it being something really good. I just want it to happen. And, I could care less how much time I spend on them. I just want to be really good at this shit. I think a lot about, if this so-called thing is true. I looked it up. 10,000 hours. You can't get 10,000 hours in 1 year. You know, 1 year is about 8,700 and I think it was 91 hours. So if you spent every day of the year awake trying to get some work done, you could get 8,791 hours. But you have to sleep. You have to sleep for at least 8 hours if you want to recover from whatever the hell you're doing. So that's 2,920 hours out of your 8,000 hours. So that brings you down to about 7 or 6,000 hours a year. Then you have to add on top that you probably have to go out and make money. And 4, 8, and 12 hours you're working. So I didn't do the math for that. But the 8 hours, if we go with the 8 hours since we already know the number, that's another 3,000 hours off of your 8. And since we're down to like 6, 7,000, you take away another 3, you can only spend 2,000 to 3,000, maybe 4, for your craft, for your art that you care about. So you have to do it for at least 3 years in that perfect schedule to actually accumulate 10,000 hours. And that's why they say 10 years, because of all this other shit that has to go on. You know, you maybe amount 900 in an entire year. Maybe 1,000, which is ridiculous. And I want my offspring to be able to do what they want, regardless of what it is. I don't want them to be something of my design. I want them to be of their design. What they grow up to be, as long as it's not illegal and they don't look for an easy way to get money. Like, I'm sorry, but I see the Army, the Navy, whatever, as an easy way out to get money. Like, these 16-year-olds and 18-year-olds would be like, hey, that's easy. I could just sign this. You know, the military will pay for me to go to college. And I really don't have to do much but follow orders, go to school, and whatever. You know, it just seems like an easy way to me. I mean, I'm thankful for the people that go out and do it, but, you know, if you're asking me, I'd rather do something else. I don't like following people. I mean, sometimes when you find that person that is really good at something, so you follow them for a little bit, you try to learn what they're doing, then yeah, I'm for that. I'd follow people like that, but I'm not just going to blindly follow somebody because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm following them because I know what I want, and they have what I want, so I want to learn from them. You know, absorb, communicate, and, you know, integrate. But life is crazy. And 10 years from now, I'll be 32. And hopefully, actually, I'll be 32 on the verge of turning 33. And hopefully, I will have trained enough and eaten enough food that I can start making books about calisthenics and weight training. I mean, fuck. This could take forever. I wish I could do all of it all at once, but I'm probably going to be doing one thing. I just want to focus on calisthenics, then I'll focus on weight training, and then I'll focus on, like, finding some type of integration. Because I believe that people should master their own body before they start manipulating outside objects. Which is why I would have, for example, a practical example, I would have them learn boxing, and then I would have them fuck around with swords and shit. Because the moment that sword or gun or whatever is gone, all they have are their fists and their wits and the environment. But, this is probably a long video. And surprisingly, I stayed on topic. So, I feel good about that. I want to make more videos. I want to make better videos. More and better videos. I don't care how long it takes, but I want to make more and better videos. Oh, fuck, I'll even bring out paper and write down bullet points and try to speak very slowly so I don't use and but too much, except for in the context of the sentence. But I want to have that stream come out of my brain that allows me to speak fluently and coherently, so people will actually be like, oh, this guy is a pretty smooth talker. He can convey his thoughts without stuttering and losing the train or whatever, You have to talk short sometimes and sweet because people will lose interest very quickly because of that scattered. We've been taught to multitask, and because of that, we don't feel complete if we're not doing several things at once, which is terrible. But I'm gonna cut this off now. I don't know where your videos are at, but you gotta get on that. Till later.